Persian government was much like a monarchy, just like France, but it was also very different. King Darius came into the throne after Cyrus the Great formed Persia into a very powerful country. Darius needed to reorganize the government because there was no organization. Darius divided the country into 20 districts, which organized tax collection. A large military, about 10,000 professional, paid soldiers, was formed for the country. Darius wanted to unify Persia, so he did the following things to bind the country together. He improved transportation. He created long roads such as the Royal Road. He used gold and silver to make coins. He was the first to do so. He created one single calendar, which is still used by the Jewish people today. He created an Aryan alphabet for the Persian language. He used the same measurements throughout the country. He created the Behistun Monument, which states laws and regulations. This government type is called bureaucracy. The Persians prospered very well because of their peaceful expansion methods. Instead of destroying good cities, they were good to the citizens and kept the city strong. They didn't steal either. The citizens were treated very well to ensure their loyalty to the throne. Men and women could usually get the same jobs, which meant equality, but there were some exceptions. The better job you attained, the better rations of grain and wine you received. Some women had more rights than others. This depends on if they owned property. Women who owned property had a lot more rights than women who just sat at home. Although women had some rights, men had far more. Their religion in Persia is Zoroastrianism, which came from Israel. They believed in free will, good thoughts and words, and good and evil. Persia's land was poor for agriculture, so early Persian economy was based on herding. The trade route, the Royal Road, was 1,600 miles long from Susa to Sardis. Persia controlled rich agricultural areas of Mesopotamia. They were the grasslands of Anatolia. Their trade routes and their rich deposits of metal and other valuable resources. They took control over Median Empire, Lydia, Babylon, Egypt, and gold-rich areas of India. Persia was an economic powerhouse. The occupations of Persians were craftsmen, priests, slaves, and military men. King Darius had many innovations. He got a systemized taxation. He standardized weight. He improved the monetary units and improved transportation routes. The inventions of Persia were the Royal Road, a trade route in Persia, cuneiform, a type of writing for the Persian language, Zoroastrianism, a religion and philosophy developed by Zoroaster, waterbeds, a bed with water in it, backgammon. It is one of the oldest board games for two players. Crucifixion, being tied or nailed to a large wooden cross. The windmill, a concept of to generate power. And yakchal, an ice house or refrigerator. Technology. They had refrigerators, windmills, cannon and irrigation systems, and the bag had batteries. They also improved on the calendar. Persia's geography was different. First of all, it may not look like it, but Persia's entire empire was about as large as the United States territory. That's huge! Like in the United States, the Persian Empire was divided into city-states, but unlike the United States, the cities were far less advanced. Leaders were appointed to the amount of specific land to control and keep in line. Persia prospered very much from its huge establishment of roads called the royal roads. The climate in Persia was fairly temperate due to the fact that Persia was fairly close to the equator. Persia's major landmarks include the Karun River and the mountains Sabalan and Zarkuk. The Karun River is very large. Persia expanded its territories easily because of its peaceful expansion methods and its enormous army of paid soldiers. Power to the people! Persia was overthrown about 150 years after the Persian War due to rebellions and the lack of unity. After Xerxes died, and as well as Darius, the kings became very selfish with their money and they spent it on ridiculous stuff. This led to many rebellions, and the lack of unity and common sense led to the downfall of Persia.